today we're going to make a little Santa gnome. Before we start, you should have some paper towels nearby and some water to wash your brush. You're going to need your paint, your brush, and a pencil as well. So with the pencil, I'm just going to draw some lines. I already drew one of them, or two of them. I'm just going to draw like the brim of my hat. I'm going to just separate that pom-pom. I'm also going to make the bottom of his beard. I'm also going to make a little mustache. So these two little curve outs are going to be my mustache. So I'm going to make two little lines that look like that. My nose will go like that, and then I have my little Santa. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to paint everything that needs to be white. So white beard, white mustache, white. All right, so I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to start painting white. You probably need 2 coats, and remember to do your sides. Once I have my 2 coats on, I'm going to let that dry. As that's drying, I am going to make a little pink to make to paint my nose. So I'm just going to use the caps of my paint. I'm not even going to wash my brush, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little white on the cap and then mix a tiny bit of red into it. And there we have a pink. Once I have that pink, I'm going to start painting my nose. Once again, 2 coats. Let them dry for a good minute before I'm going to darken my pink a little. So we'll let that dry over there. While that's drying, wash your brush. And I'm going to start painting his little feet, which are going to be black. And if you're you could use your small brush when you do this. I'm just using a big one. And make sure you do those edges as well. The edges are so when you do stand it up, it looks great. After that, I want you to wash your brush, and I want you to find your little brush. Because next what we're going to do is we're going to make some gray and add some details to the beard. So I am just going to I'm going to find you a little cap, take a little white, mix a little black. You only need a tiny bit of gray, because we're going to add some gray like accents. So where we had his mustache, I'm just going to outline those lines, those 2 lines, and in the mustache, I'm just going to fill it with some gray lines. Then I'm going to take that gray and I'm going to kind of outline my beard, just highlight just put a little, give you the effect with the nose. Then while I have that gray, just to show the difference between the top of the hat, just to show the difference between like the color of the hat, I am just going to outline my gray fluffy color. And I'm going to put some gray lines in my little pom-pom. You could also put some random gray lines in the beard itself. right, so we're gonna let that dry. As we're letting that dry, I'm going to mix up my red. And I'm gonna start painting my hat red. Now you want 2 coats of red and do your edges. So once I have 2 coats on my hat, I'm gonna let everything dry, and when it comes back, we're gonna glue our little nose on, and we could add details to our hat as well. So the gnome dried a little bit. Now I'm going to take some glue, and it could be any glue you have, Elmer's. I'm just using a wood glue, but you could use a glue stick. If you have hot glue, you could use that too. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of glue on the back of my nose, a tiny bit, and just put that nose down. All right, so while that's drying too, you could add any details that you'd like. You could add a little detail to your hat. What I like to do sometimes, I like to add polka dots. So I dip the back of the paintbrush in some white paint, and I just dip and dot, 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 dot. Then we have a little festive gnome Santa. All right, I hope you guys had fun painting with me. You're gonna let this dry, and when this is dry, he's all ready to stand up. All right, hope you have a good day.